have you guys ever made a full custom front end?
No, sir.
Neither have I.
Who needs brakes?
His vision's based on movement. Do your worst, Charles.
That's what always happens.
Welcome back to the 3-engine, 3-seater mini bike build. We left off in the last episode by bending a frame, tacking it in, and hanging a rear wheel. And we're starting off today with a bit of a challenge. Well, our eyeballs weren't quite calibrated right when we tacked this in, and we think that our frame might be tweaked. It might need a little bit of massaging to get it going perfectly straight down the road, because these bars don't perfectly line up, and our rear wheel is actually turning right, which we don't want. So we're going to start things off by fixing that, removing our engines, building some engine plates, and Ike is going to be building a completely custom front end for this thing because, well, nothing we have is going to fit a 3-engine, 10-foot-long mini bike. And by the end of today's episode, we should have a roller, if not a runner. So let's get things started and fix this chassis.
So we're gonna make some measurements so John can make some engine plates. While John's making the engine plates on the Langmuir, I'm gonna be figuring out this frame, getting it straight so we'll be able to go true 110 miles per hour straight.
Perfect. Nice.
Yeah.
This is all I got.
Yep, Charles has been spending all morning cleaning up our top triple tree mount. I gotta go cut one more out. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cleaner so you don't have to clean it up.
No big deal. My nose is running. I've been out in the cold all morning. No big deal though.
Looks good.
I'm glad it's here. And see, one more ought to do the trick. And have you guys ever made a full custom front end?
No, sir.
Neither have I. So this is cool.
I'm centering up the tire. Then I can center up the engine, and once we get that engine plate figured out, we'll be able to give you the measurements, and you can cut us out 3 engine plates, and they all ought to be the same, and that'll take care of most of our problem. And then front end will be on. Engines could be bolted in.
Everything's better than 3.
Could crank it up and run it. I mean, won't have no brakes yet, but who needs brakes?
Now we observe the wild Isaac as he does his best in his natural habitat, eyeballing sprocket alignment on a mini bike. So I believe he's centered the rear tire, and he's centering the sprocket with the sprocket on the clutch so that the chain lines up. He's done this for years. It's really a beautiful ritual done seasonally. It's not every day it's caught on camera in 4K.
Careful, mate. Careful, mate. His vision's based on movement.
So what I've got here is, all you've got to do is add 1.25 inches to that side and 1 inch to this side.
And we need 3 of them?
We need 3 of them, yeah. And that'll make it exactly 10 inches in width. 3 of them. Stat!
By tonight, in time for race horse.
I need 3 of them by tonight.
All right, so I'm gonna get cutting some custom plates, and the boys are gonna get measuring and fixing the frame. I started by designing 3 identical slotted engine plates. We saw your comments about building 1 long engine plate, but decided against it to try to keep the vehicle's weight down. Meanwhile, Ike and Charles used a ratchet strap to adjust the square of the frame. Once satisfied, Charles went to town with the welder. We still don't have 220 power in the big shop, which is why we still do our major welding in the small shop. Ike placed a 1-inch tube in between the front frame rails to act as a placeholder for the triple tree mount. He would then make a few more adjustments to the frame, and Charles welded it up. I cut out the engine plates, Charles and I eyeballed the desired rake, and we assembled the triple tree.
So y'all did a very good job on getting the triple tree done. So I guess what we got to do next is set this up on the bike and weld the neck up, and then pretty soon we'll be ready for the fork tubes.
Yeah.
So this is looking good.
All custom, baby. It's exciting.
Yeah, man.
First time.
Would you say it's dialed enough to make a collect call? Oh gosh.
It's not terrible, but
No. Welding up the
welding that up, we'll fix
welding
it.
up the neck. Will
Tell me when it.
That's good.
That's good. Win.
So now the issue is figuring out steering radius.
All right, let me see the degree.
We're looking for 30 degrees of rake. So we can either make a longer one of those so that these pieces clear the frame,
Yeah.
and
We
that'll
do that.
also raise our handlebars, which we kind of need.
Yes. I agree.
But we're gonna run into, that's the longest bolt Tractor Supply has. Only other thing I can think of is thread all.
Yeah.
Or somehow building a
Well, yeah. Get thread.
extension.
Yeah, get thread all, and I'll weld a nut at the end of it
Yeah.
and make a bolt.
If we have something that it brings it out to like that point.
Oh, let's get another one of those and put it.
Well,
put it
another
behind it.
option is squeezing those together and then welding it, because the more you squeeze that together, the farther it's going to push it out, meaning you're going to have more clearance for steering.
That's true. But then you run into a problem with you don't have a whole lot to weld to.
Right.
Like it's just going to be a little 1-inch section, and you know it's going to have like 700 pounds
And 700 horsepower.
on this and I kind of want something pretty solid. So this is going to be our fix. We're going to wedge it in there at the front of the frame, and it's going to allow us to extend the front just a little bit to give us more steering clearance. So let's get this installed and welded up.
Oh,
Man, 30 degrees seems like a lot.
Yeah, 30 degrees is a lot of rake, man.
That's it right there.
who picked the number 30 degrees? I don't know if I was there.
Why did we pick 30 degrees? It was like a cross between two bikes.
Oh, that's
One of them
right.
was 35 degrees and the other
Yeah.
one was like
The Rascal and the
25.
Sidewinders.
Do your worst, Charles.
That's what always happens.
Cover.
Yep. Oh,
It's got a drift angle.
This is what we're excited about. Look at this.
It's got drift angle, man.
Yeah, this is good. Look at that.
That's ready for Tokyo, man.
Oh yeah, this is good. Good job, dude.
That was a good idea, man.
Thank you.
It's a good, simple way to...
Real simple.
And look, that's a ton of space we can still weld to, so
Yep.
it's good stuff.
So that's going to be welded in real nice and solid. All of this is going to be welded solid. That's going to be a good strong front end there.
That's the same steel y'all used on the rat rod wagon.
It's a Valerian steel. Charles, will you do
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Will you do the honors?
Cover.
Yep.
Valerian steel. What you think?
It's a race bike.
Is it a street bike?
I'm telling you that those handlebars need to be way higher. But it'll be all right.
But yeah, we might need some handlebar risers. That's a ton of rig too, man.
That just seems kind of a lot.
I mean, I can always redo it, but well, here's the thing: we're not always gonna have.
Except,
You guys want to saddle up?
what?
Oh boy. That's the one I've been waiting for, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Land speed record right here. Long bed mini bike.
I mean, look, we can get some little bit higher handlebars.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
and
fun.
be okay.
8 fingers.
Some 8 hangers would be sweet.
Well, let's take it to the other shop and figure out our engine mounts.
I mean, I can ride this on.
You can ride it around
I can ride it
in your
about-
imagination.
All right, so at this point, we're almost ready to take it back over to the other shop to fit our engines and engine plates. But first, we're going to tack on our fork tubes, which is really, really cool because we are right there with having a roller.
Look at that. That's cool, man.
Yep.
Get in there.
Uh-oh.
There we go. She going.
Tight clearance. Very cool.
I think we ought to just give her a tack here, and then we'll get this at length and tack it.
Okay.
And then we're going to take this thing off and we're going to find something flat.
Cover.
Yep. Good?
Yep. Look at that.
I mean, looks legit. It's loose.
You gonna weld it up the rest of the way now, or wait?
Now I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Cool.
Got my mini bike.
Later, dude.
Gotta go put some engine plates in.
She get a little toasty.
Boom goes the dynamite.
We have a.
Dudes. that's pretty wicked.
Whoa. I gotta go get the rest of the parts.
Big
We
old
gotta-
bike.
We may make some risers or some custom ape hangers.
Oh yeah. It looks legit.
Whoa. Alright. I like it.
Looks good.
Alright. But will it do a burnout?
Not right now.
Yes, it is.
All right, well, our buddy Isaac's going to be leaving for a few days, and Charles and I are going to finish up this episode. But before Ike leaves, I think you should see it as a roller.
Maybe.
It looks awesome. Maybe. Oh, yeah. What a tank. How's that steering radius, though?
Hold on. Check that out.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, that's like a normal mini bike, if not a little bit more.
Yep. That's pretty good.
Then you got wheelies.
You gonna ride that wheelie, dog?
I'll come right out of it.
How many kickstands? And where? You have to find like the because once all the weight's on it, then we're gonna have to figure out where like the the point is where it'll not tip, I guess.
How does it roll, bud?
Actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, guys. I gotta say.
It's not bad.
For instance, this is like normal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mini bike there.
A whole lot of mini bikes.
That's gonna be a lot of dudes on one bike that's not long enough for 3 dudes. But
It'll be a little tight.
it's alright.
Since I can't really sit on.
That's just what we need, bud.
Is that a good size comparison? I'm 6 feet tall, so.
That's pretty much all we have time for in this episode. We're building the bike, but we're also doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work, like setting up even more pallet racks and cleaning up the shop and just getting the organization down on this. But subscribe to Cars and Cameras to catch the next episode of our 3-engine, 3-seater mini bike build, aka the drag bike.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.
Are we making a bolt? Oh wait, we don't want to risk that. It's snapping, because if we're going to drag race this thing, we probably shouldn't cut and lengthen that
Drag
bolt.
race. Who said anything about drag racing?
Oh yeah. Oops.
Nah, for real. Who said anything about drag racing? Alright, anyhow. Only other thing I can think of is thread oil.